Yo, what's up, good people? It's your man, Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, where you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a story I want to share with you. So let's get right into it right now. All right. We have a story here, and I must say, warning. It could be a trigger moment for some of you, and maybe a little bit graphic for some of you. So hey, if you can't watch or listen, trust me, I understand. But ladies and gentlemen, out of Texas, let me make sure. I think it's Houston, Texas. Let me make sure I got that right. Yes, out of Houston, Texas. We have a case of a 6-year-old young fella, young man, young child, however you want to call him. I usually say young man or young fella, who was allegedly sexually assaulted on the back of a school bus. All right. Now, some of you probably going to say off top that the bus driver probably did it, but you may be a little shocked on how you going to hear what happened on this bus. That I guess I shouldn't be shocked, but however, listen to what I have heard. You know, it's getting real out here. It's getting real. So ladies and gentlemen, let me put this up for y'all and let y'all listen.
And only on 2 tonight, the mother of an Aldine ISD 6-year-old is calling for accountability from the school district after video captured her son being sexually assaulted by another boy on the school bus.
You know, she's concerned it's been happening for months now, and that
I want y'all to hear that now. Sexually assaulted by another boy on the school bus. All right.
other students may be victims as well. KPRC 2's Bryce Newberry is live in the Aldine area tonight with more. Bryce.
Keith and Daniela, the details in Aldine ISD Police affidavits are so graphic and disturbing we cannot share them on television. But the mother of that 6-year-old boy says the perpetrator is a 12-year-old boy, and tonight we've confirmed school police and Child Protective Services.
The perpetrator is a 12-year-old boy. The perpetrator is a 12-year-old boy. Did this to a 6-year-old.
Are investigating.
My child's innocence has been taken away from him.
This mother is in disbelief after getting a call from her 6-year-old son's school earlier this week.
He's been tainted prematurely.
He came home without his backpack Monday, so she contacted the transportation department to request they review bus surveillance video. She says they saw much worse.
Well, there's video that a sexual assault occurred on transportation.
Aldine ISD Police interviewed her son this week when he shared disturbing details of the assaults now outlined in these sworn affidavits, alleging that the other boy lured him to the back of the bus during his 2-hour ride home.
He's been coached and groomed.
Lured him to the back of the bus, and how many hour drive on the bus?
Ride home.
He's been coached.
Sworn affidavits alleging that the other boy lured him to the back of the bus during his 2-hour ride home.
He's been coached and groomed that it was a game, and the loser of the way that the loser is determined is if you tell.
Aldine ISD says it's interviewing students and staff while reviewing video footage. An ongoing investigation unimaginable for this mother who's worried it's happened more than once after noticing her son's behavior change 4 months ago.
It's sickening, it's sad, and I am going to advocate for my child, and I want everybody that failed him to be held accountable.
And tonight, after multiple inquiries from KPRC2, the school district sent out a letter to families letting them know of an incident on a district bus, adding that this route now has a bus monitor. But tonight, the district has refused to answer our questions about whether that driver or the perpetrator have been disciplined. Reporting live tonight in Northwest Harris County, I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
Bryce, thank you. Well,
now you want to have a monitor on the bus, which it should have been one the whole time. Again, a lot has changed since I've been in school. I'm finna be 43 on Valentine's Day. So I've been out of school a mighty long time. But I will say this much right here. When I was catching the bus, when I was in elementary school, I don't recall us having monitors or whatnot. Well, if we talk about cameras and things like that, we didn't really have that on the bus. Now, every now and again, we may have a monitor on the bus, or we had bus drivers, he stay looking in his rearview mirror a lot to make sure we ain't on the bus cutting up or whatnot, and back in our time, we have the bus driver, it used to be the same bus driver, and bus driver back in the days, get to know the people that ride the bus, so he or she automatically knew who everybody was, or they just recognize faces who usually catch to the bus. Okay, so but however, again, guys, I always stress out that we're in a different era now. It's just a lot of things that just need to be changed. And to hear this, that a 12-year-old doing this to a 6-year-old, again, it baffles me, but I guess I shouldn't be really surprised. I guess I'm more heartbroken about the situation than I guess surprised, because y'all know what's finna go on with this. Y'all know what I'm finna say. A 12-year-old doing this to a 6-year-old, that means something going on at home. And for him to be saying that we're going to play a little game, somebody been doing this at home with him. Okay? Trust me, like I told y'all, I'm a man who had this happen to me. Me and my play cousin, we was little, had a kinfolk that was doing it to us. And kind of like in that manner, had us thinking he was playing the game. We youngins did not understand what he was doing. We thought he was really playing, but as we got older, and wiser, we knew that what he was doing was not playing. He was doing what this child or this boy was doing to this 6-year-old. So I can speak on this, and I could just imagine the 6-year-old probably, you that young, you want everybody to like you, okay? And especially when somebody's older, you look up to the people that's older than you, because what we used to always say when we was kids, I can't wait till I get grown. I can't wait till I get grown. I can't wait till I get grown, because we see people, the 12-year-old age, have more opportunities to do stuff than what a 6-year-old can do. Amen. We see what people who are older is able to do, and we couldn't wait to get older so we could do the same things that they did. So we always looked up to older people, or if we were young men, we see older girls, we looked at the older girls, and having a little crush on the older girls or whatnot, and, just a lot of stuff that just happened when we was children when it came to older people. We just wanted to be like them, and we wanted to do the same things that they was doing, but we know we couldn't do it, so, it was kind of a holdback zone for us right now until we got older and to do the same things that they were doing. Now, I'm saying it to say this, maybe the 6-year-old, want this dude to like him, be friends with him, so he went along with the program, not understanding what the 12-year-old was really doing to him. He probably didn't understand it until I'm going to play another video. It's something about his backpack was thrown out the window, and I think that's what really set everything off, all right? He came home without his book bag, and Mom realized his book bag went with him. As a matter of fact, let me not talk about it. Let me bring it up to you. Let you listen to it yourself.
A mother says her 6-year-old son was repeatedly sexually assaulted in the back of a school bus in Aldine.
Repeatedly. Wow. Repeatedly. That's why I say something going on at home with that 12-year-old. Something going on at home.
Aldine ISD.
Yeah, and we do want to warn you clearly, some of this may be hard to hear. Lauren Tallarica spoke with that mother and joins us from the district's transportation center. Lauren.
The allegations about what happened are incredibly disturbing. We spoke to the mother today and she was crying as she told us. Now that said, we have chosen not to identify her to protect her family and that little boy. Right now, Aldine ISD Police and CPS are investigating horrific allegations about what may have happened to a little boy as he rode to and from school.
This mother's child was raped over and over and over again for months on the back of one of these school buses.
For months.
Last week,
Wow.
the mother asked the school to investigate what she thought was a somewhat minor incident, her 6-year-old's backpack being thrown out the school bus window. Instead, once the onboard camera was reviewed, she says the school asked her to come in and was told video showed her son being sexually abused by another student.
We demand the immediate resignation of the supervisors of this bus van.
Today, Quan LX and Dr. Candace Matthews with the new Black Panther Nation held a press conference alongside the mother and said investigators have gathered additional footage which shows the abuse going back months by at least one middle school student. Allegedly, mom says, luring him to the back, saying it was a game.
How is it that a 6-year-old is on the bus with a 13-year-old?
The district refused an interview, but in a statement said the incident involves, quote, 2 of our elementary age students, and that CPS was notified. I asked for clarification on the older boy's age, but never heard back. After the incident in question, mom said she did take her son to the hospital.
I don't want to get too graphic because it's that graphic, but there's internal damage.
Mentally, this mother says her son's just too young to understand what's happened, but she does.
Days of questioning, days of talking to my child, the details became more and more graphic each and every time. Inside, I'm dying.
Community advocates and this mother want bus aids to be put on all Aldine ISD buses. They also want camera footage to be viewed daily, and they want counseling to be offered to this little boy and his family. Now, as far as what's happened to the boy in question, we've gotten no answers there, and the mother says neither has she. Reporting from Northwest Houston, I'm Lauren Tallarica, KHOU 11 News.
Wow, man. Repeatedly, this 12-year-old repeatedly, then they saying it's another elementary, or unless they talk about the 12-year-old, it's considered still elementary school, that maybe other children involved or whatnot. This is a developing story. I think it initially came out 3 days ago, but this video I just played for y'all, it came out 9 hours ago. And the thing with Quanell X you just saw, I think somebody has posted the full conference. So I'll probably go live. Let's see, it's 3:22 right now. I'll probably go live later today and play the whole conference. Because I want to hear that. You know, I want to hear all that was been put out there, you know. But now one thing I'm just curious about, they said that the bus ride was 2 hours home. Now when I was growing up catching the bus, I don't think it took us that long to get to the house. It really didn't. And I'm seeing in comments that her son don't stay far from the school at all. That's what I saw in the comments on one of these videos, though. They saying that she don't stay far from the school. Then I saw one person saying that you know, you too lazy to get up and take your child to school while you got them on the bus. It's taking them 2 hours to get home. They're standing third. I guess as far as it goes, it all depends on how you look at it. I don't know, but I mean, you don't know everybody's situation, so I would not make a judgment like that. You know what I mean? Because You know, a lot of people do work in the morning, you know, things like that. Or somebody say it could be a possibility she don't have a vehicle. That could be a possibility. I mean, it could just be anything that's going on with that. But however, though, if they don't stay too far or whatnot, if it's walking distance, I know a lot of parents will walk their children to school. Hell, when I was growing up, a lot of times when I was in elementary school, the school was really walking distance. You know, if my grandma didn't take us, you know, we'll walk to the school, you know, because it wasn't far at all. So we walked to the school. But yeah, I'm kind of curious about that, you know, 2 hours to get home. And I know buses take different routes and probably make several stops before, I guess, reaching certain destinations. But still, like I said, when I was growing up, 2 hours to get home on the bus, that never happened. But again, I got to keep in mind, we're a different era. So, I don't know. Now, this lady right here, and I think I heard of this lady before. She's with the new Black Panthers. She said, what is a 13-year-old doing on the bus with a 6-year-old? I want to say that's a good question because when I was getting on the bus, I don't think we had people that old with us youngins like that. Not that I can recall. Let's keep in mind, again, I'm going to be 43, so I don't recall people that old was being on the bus with us elementary children. I just don't recall that. You know, maybe there was, but I don't recall it. You know, but this 13-year-old was on the bus with a 6-year-old. I don't know how you could break that down. You know what I mean? That is a good question. That is a good question. And I guess the only answer I could have to that is, you know, maybe y'all stay in the same, what they used to do back in the day when I get registered to school, you stayed in the district, you know, I mean, the bus would come in the district or you can go to that particular school or whatnot. But definitely there's a tough one to cipher, you know. I guess I had to wait till some updates to come out, you know, to cipher that one about a 13-year-old being on the bus with a 6-year-old. But I guess here would be the big question right here is, this boy been doing this for that long. Where was the bus driver at? Was the bus driver he or she? Did they not occasionally look up in the rearview mirror and see what was going on? Did they not notice that this boy was calling, taking the boy in the back? Was maybe something was wrong that they always sit in the back there? I mean, did you not see any kind of weird movements or anything to show you that something ain't right? You know, because I just don't see how this was missed. You know, and not only you got cameras on the bus, but you got a bus driver on the bus. So you mean to tell me you're not looking in your rearview mirror and not seeing what's going on? You know, and how graphic they saying it probably is, you know, I can imagine some shit that's probably going to come out. And if it's finna get graphic like I think it's finna get graphic, then I just don't see how the bus driver missed this. I don't. If you see weird behavior with that 12-year-old, with that 6-year-old, I just don't see how they could be missed if you was paying attention. But I wasn't there, so I can't say. But something like this, though, for months, I just find it hard to believe that it just got slipped through the cracks like that. Which, I say in turn, these schools have to do better, do what they're doing with these children. They got to do better. So here we go. You got a 10-year-old who killed his mom. You got a 6-year-old who shot his teacher. Now we got a 12-year-old sexually assaulting younger children. But again, a lot of people want to say, you know, what can these young children do? If y'all don't clean out your ears or open your eyes and see what these children is doing, I don't know what's going to make y'all see or hear it. Because it's getting worse and worse. It's getting worse and worse. They are attacking grown-ups now. They are attacking grown-ups. And that's why I say, man, we can't underestimate nobody in this era, not even children now. Not even children now. But this 12-year-old, their home need to be checked out. Something going on in their home. Something going on in their home. And y'all know we speak a lot about this on my channel, about shit like this. And I always told y'all, here it is again. When you see your children acting different, investigate it. Because something could be going wrong. With people coming over to your house and your child start to act different, man, investigate that shit. Because it could be possibly something going on. And it's right there under your nose. And it's right there under your nose. It costs nothing to check the situation out. Because you always want to be safe than sorry. I hate what happened to this mom. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. And a lot of times, this is how children's life get turned around. Because of shit like this. And grown-ups who's around, they just totally miss it and ignore it. A 6-year-old, a 12-year-old leading them in the back of the bus, talk about let's play a game. Whew. Guys, I apologize. It sounds like I'm all over the place with this one, but this is sad, man. This is real sad. And they talk about they want to protect the mom identity, but how they get her face right there, you know, I don't know. I got it off of Google, man, but man. But anyway, guys, like I said, come live later on, and we're gonna listen to this conference thing together, and I want to hear what they had to say about everything. But for now, man, leave your thoughts and comments down there. And again, this is gonna be triggering for a lot of y'all, because some of y'all have been through this before. Y'all have. Whether it's with another student, or hell, let alone the main thing, your own family members. A lot of y'all have been through this before. And for that, I want to give each and every one of you my prayers and my blessings that you survived the abuse. I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Y'all holler at me, let me know what y'all think. Peace out.